The counterintuitive reality. In the modern world, we are conditioned to believe that wealth screams. We see it on our feeds every day. The flashing logos, the multi-million-dollar supercars, the diamond-encrusted watches, and the hyper-visible luxury lifestyles. We've been taught that to be rich means ensuring everyone else knows you are rich. But if you look closely at the apex of the global financial hierarchy, the old money dynasties, the multi-generational family offices, and the true institutional elite, you notice a completely different phenomenon. They don't look rich. In fact, to the untrained eye, they often look completely unremarkable. Sometimes, they almost look broke. This isn't an accident. It is a deliberate, highly sophisticated psychological and financial strategy known as stealth wealth. While the newly affluent use their money to buy social status, generational wealth uses its money to buy something far more valuable: anonymity, security, and absolute freedom. Today, we look inside the hidden world of the ultra-wealthy to understand the ultimate financial paradox: why the truly rich choose to look broke. Part 1. The sociology of the scream versus the whisper. To understand why the rich look broke, we have to look at the psychological divide between new money and old money. In sociology, there is a concept known as conspicuous consumption. Coined by economist Thorstein Veblen, it describes the practice of buying and displaying expensive items to visually signal economic power and social status. For the newly affluent, individuals who have rapidly moved up the economic ladder, the primary goal is validation. The luxury item is a trophy, a proof of admission into a higher social class. Because of this, their wealth must scream. It relies on loud luxury, massive luxury branding, recognizable patterns, and high-visibility status symbols. But for generational wealth, the psychology is inverted. When a family has held immense capital for 3, 4, or 5 generations, they have no desire to prove their status to outsiders. They don't need validation from the crowd, because their position in the social hierarchy is already secure, unquestioned, and quiet. This shifts the aesthetic from conspicuous consumption to inconspicuous consumption, or what the modern market calls quiet luxury. True luxury is a whisper. It is a $3,000 Loro Piana cashmere sweater with absolutely no branding, or a bespoke Savile Row suit, tailored so perfectly it looks like an ordinary jacket to anyone who doesn't know what to look for. The quality is felt by the wearer and recognized only by peers of the same economic strata. It is a secret handshake of the global elite. Part 2. Wealth minimization as a security shield. Beyond the psychological differences, looking broke is a highly practical defense mechanism. In the upper echelons of wealth preservation, visibility is viewed as a liability. The moment your wealth becomes public knowledge, you become a target. This threat manifests in 3 major ways. First, there is physical security. In many parts of the world, displaying overt wealth is an open invitation to criminal enterprise, ranging from high-end burglary to targeted kidnappings. By blending into the background, driving a 10-year-old mainstream sedan, and wearing unbranded clothing, the ultra-wealthy seamlessly move through the world without attracting unwanted attention. Second, there is legal liability. In a highly litigious society, looking incredibly wealthy makes you an attractive target for lawsuits. If you are involved in a minor fender bender while driving a bright red Ferrari, the other party sees an immediate multi-million-dollar payday. If you are driving a pristine, well-maintained but ordinary SUV, the perceived financial incentive disappears. Stealth wealth protects asset architecture by minimizing the public perception of your net worth. Finally, there is social insulation. Overt displays of wealth warp personal relationships. It attracts opportunists, fake friends, and transactional sycophants. By keeping their financial reality entirely private, the ultra-wealthy ensure that their social circles are built on genuine human connection rather than financial expectation. They don't want people to love their money. They want their money to remain entirely out of the conversation. Part 3. The financial philosophy of assets over aesthetics. There is a fundamental economic truth that separates the middle class from the ultra-wealthy. The middle class buys liabilities that look like assets, while the rich buy assets that look like nothing. The person who buys a luxury sports car on a high-interest lease is sacrificing future capital for immediate, temporary status. It is a depreciating asset designed entirely for outward show. The stealth wealth practitioner operates on a completely different time horizon. They understand that true wealth is measured by what you don't see. It is held in irrevocable trusts, private family offices, diversified real estate holdings, and compounding index funds. Wealth is what you don't see. It's the cars not bought, the diamonds not bought, the watches not worn. Wealth is financial assets that haven't yet been converted into the stuff you see. Morgan Housel, The Psychology of Money. When you look at billionaires like Warren Buffett, who famously still lives in the same modest house he bought in Omaha, Nebraska in 1958 for $31,500, or Ingvar Kamprad, the founder of IKEA who routinely flew economy and drove a 1993 Volvo, you are seeing this philosophy in action. To them, spending capital on fleeting visual markers of status is a massive opportunity cost. Every dollar spent on an overt luxury item to impress strangers is a dollar pulled away from the generational compounding engine. Part 4. The Digital Panopticon and the New Rules of Privacy. In the 21st century, the motivation for stealth wealth has fundamentally shifted. Historically, hiding your wealth was about protecting yourself from local thieves or the tax collector. Today, it is about surviving the digital panopticon. We live in an era of hyper-surveillance and weaponized algorithmic envy. With open-source intelligence, anyone with a smartphone can screenshot a watch, run it through a visual search engine, and instantly know its exact retail value. They can cross-reference geotags to find your home address, track your flight patterns via public aviation logs, and estimate your net worth with staggering accuracy. For the modern ultra-wealthy, digital visibility is a massive structural vulnerability. The internet creates a permanent public record that can be scraped by predatory litigants, data brokers, and algorithmic hackers. Because of this, the new elite are engineering an entirely new layer of digital anonymity. They scrub their names from public real estate registries by using complex, multi-layered LLCs and anonymous land trusts. They avoid public social media platforms entirely, opting for encrypted communication networks. When they dress in completely unbranded, generic-looking garments, they aren't just opting out of a fashion trend, they are opting out of facial recognition algorithms and image-scraping AI. In a digital world where everything is tracked, categorized, and monetized, absolute obscurity is the ultimate luxury asset. Part 5. The 3 Rules of Personal Stealth Wealth. You don't need $1 billion in a Swiss bank account to benefit from the architecture of stealth wealth. It is a philosophy of capital management that anyone can implement to protect their financial future. The strategy relies on 3 foundational rules. Conclusion. True luxury is invisible. Ultimately, the choice to look broke isn't about being cheap, nor is it about false modesty. It is the realization that the ultimate luxury isn't a physical object. The ultimate luxury is freedom. It is the freedom to walk down any street in the world without being recognized or followed. The freedom to know that your relationships are real. The freedom from the exhausting, endless treadmill of trying to status signal your way into social approval. The amateur uses money to project an illusion of power to the world. The master uses money to secure absolute autonomy, while remaining completely invisible. The next time you see someone dressed in loud, flashing logos, remember, they are actively paying a massive premium to tell you they have money. But when you see someone completely unremarkable, blending into the background, moving with quiet confidence, pay attention. Because in a world where everyone is screaming for attention, true power lies in the whisper. Thank you for watching. If you value this deep look into the hidden mechanics of wealth, subscribe to the Wealth Archive and let us know your thoughts in the comments below.